Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you here. Let's get the party started. Oh, good. I'm on. I just tested the microphone. I have this kind of muffler on it to decrease the echo. Let me know what you think. I am getting all these phone calls. Everything is turned off, which is good. If you're just hopping on, say hi. I'd love to know who's on here, where you're from, and if you're catching the replay, just hashtag replay below so I can see also who's hopping on. And let me know if this is making sense to you, if this is good information. All right, so today I wanted to talk about 5 mistakes that coaches make when you're just getting started. This is what I see when I'm working with coaches. And generally what we want to do is kind of correct it right from the get-go and get you on the right path towards making impact with the people you want to serve. Okay, so one of the first things I see is that you're on too many platforms. And what do I mean by platforms? Social media platforms. So you are on LinkedIn, you are on Instagram, you are on Facebook, you are on trying to do a podcast and try to figure out that whole platform. No. Fortunately for me, years ago when I was just starting marketing, I had this great coach and he said, Dallas, just choose one social media platform and master it. Master it and know it inside and out, how to market there, how to sell there, how to promote there, how to generate leads there, how to put out content there, okay? Because once you do that, you can then take those skill sets that you have now and the expertise you have now, because you now have expertise in that area, and you can actually transfer to something else, another area. And the platform may work a little differently, but the way you market and promote and sell and generate leads will almost always be the same, okay? So you want to start with one platform. What happens when you are on all these other platforms, you get diluted, okay? It takes more time. You're not understanding the platform. You're trying to kind of ram in content that you put over here and put it over here, and then you got to make photographs for Instagram, and you're all over the place. And basically, you want to get into a routine with just dealing with one platform, okay? Now, Facebook has, not only does it have your personal page, but it also has a business page and you have groups. So you're going to master all three. You're going to master your personal page, how to generate leads, how to communicate with people, how to put out information, how to promote on there. But you're also going to learn how to do it in groups. And you should learn how to keep your business page alive as well. So, although it's really 3 subsets under an umbrella. All right. And when I teach coaches how to build their business online, we stay specifically with Facebook. Now, if you have Instagram and it's alive and moving and working for you, fine. But just try to focus on one, because there's so much new information for you to take in and master. You don't want to be diluted with all these different platforms. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you don't want to spend money on unnecessary software. For instance, you do not need a website just starting out. Okay, you do not need a website. Years ago, we needed websites. Today, everybody is on social media, and very rare do we go to a website. Okay, you can develop your website later down the line once you are getting clients routinely. Then I would say invest and have somebody do it for you. Even the simple ones, it is, there is a learning curve. There is a learning curve. You do not want to be wasting your time trying to figure out how to build a website, how to get the SEO to work, how to make sure you have the opt-ins there and all your, disclaimers are there and that you're posting, or you have your testimonials there. Really, you just want to focus on social media in the beginning, even though you're renting space, okay? You're renting space on social media. That's why I advocate that you build an email list. Okay, you build an email list, you pay for it, get the least expensive program in the beginning. So you have access to different lists, and that you can grow your list up to 500, 1,000 and beyond, because that's how you can also communicate with people. For instance, if for some reason you get kicked off of Facebook for a day or two or a month, you can communicate with your people that is your audience through your email list. Okay. But let's go back to, the mistake is you're spending way too much time creating a website. You do not need a website. Okay. Just create your whatever social media platform you are using, create a nice banner, create a nice intro, get really specific on who you help, those types of things, and start engaging there and putting out content and then generating leads. Okay, those are the beginning steps that you need to be concentrating on, focus on. Okay, not only websites, but you don't need programs that will help you generate leads. You do not need programs to help you decrease the friends that are not responding to you on Facebook. There's very few things you need to buy. You need an email list, and I would buy the least expensive program. I would not do the free because you're limited. You want to get the least expensive one. It's just fine when you're just starting out. Get the basic one. You need probably a Calendly, a schedule acuity type scheduler so that people can book calls with you easily. And the other one that I would recommend is what I like to do is when you're into building your group and building it fast, you don't have enough time and resources to copy and paste all their answers over into a spreadsheet from the group questions, or taking their email address and then putting it into your email autoresponder. What I do is I definitely use something to help automate that system. But that is the only things that I would recommend in the beginning, setting up and spending money on. Okay, those three things. Okay, so limit your platform. Don't build a website till much later. Okay, another big mistake, is thinking you're going to figure it out yourself. That was me. I thought, hey, I'm a professional. I love process. I can solve problems. How hard can it be to figure out how to market and sell on the internet, right? Everybody else is doing it. I don't need a coach. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You will decrease your learning curve by 3 to 5 years if you hire a coach from the get-go. But you want to be sure that you vet the coach. Okay, not every coach is perfect for you and where you're at. So, if you are a beginner just getting started and have a program that works locally, and now you need to bring it to market and you need to build an audience online, that is a specific coach for you. If you have been selling online for a long time and you want to up the level, there is coaches that will take you up to the 100,000, 200,000, $1 million mark. So there are different coaches along the way. If you don't even know how to create a course or a program, you want someone to help you develop that, how to do that. So there are also supplemental pieces of coaching information and programs that you may want to add on to a very basic coaching program. For instance, learning how to generate leads with a lead magnet and doing an upsell. That may be something you want to learn specifically. Or maybe you want to learn specific copywriting, to a welcome series or something like that. So, you want to really assess where you're at and what do you need, because everyone is going to tell you need something, okay? People are selling their wares. So you want to be really crystal clear. What is it? Where do you want to go? What do you want to accomplish? Okay? And does that coach get you there? All right? So you definitely want that. If you're just hopping on, say hi. Love to see who's here with me. Hi, Jasmine. You're liking LinkedIn nowadays. Great. We'll stay with it. Just stay focused with it. Okay, the fourth thing is thinking that people will find you when you set up a business page. And I know from a lot of you that go into these coaching certification programs they recommend that you set up a Facebook business page, okay? And to start posting on there. You will not get anyone following you over there. I mean, you will get likes, people will like it, but it is slow growth over there, okay? Those business pages are great to show that you have a business, that you're credible. And once you're established, if you want to start generating, growing your audience with using Facebook ads, you need a business page. You need a Facebook business page, all filled out, ready to go. But if you are doing it organically because you don't want to spend money on Facebook ads and you have no idea how to do it and you don't have, $1,500 a month to do it, okay, successfully, that's what you would need to actually pull off if you're doing it yourself. Now, if you're paying somebody else, you can add on another $500 to $1,000 a month. So you definitely want to make a decision. Am I going to use that business page or not? Now, 4 years ago, we used to be able to use our business pages, okay, and not have to use it just for ads. But about 4 or 5 years ago, they changed the business model. The only way people on your business page are going to really see what you put there as far as content is if you pay to play, meaning if you run ads to that page, okay? So the workaround is to use your personal page as the top of your sales funnel, as the first place that people will see you and find you, okay? And you warm them up there, providing them with useful information. And then once you get 1,000, 2,000 people there, then you open up a Facebook group and just pile people in there, okay? That's the best way to do it, okay? I'm telling you, people will not find you. You have to have what we call a lead generation system in place, okay? A process in place. So lead generation, what does that mean? You're going out and actually inviting people that you think are your ideal clients to come over into your space. And in Facebook, it's that button called Add Friend. So you're inviting them to become your friend. They will check and look you up and decide if they want to be your friend or not. That's why you want your banner all done. And they will make a decision they want to be your friend or not. And then once they are on your friends list and they are your friend, they will start seeing your content, okay? So, but you have to go out and touch people on, I say it's almost like tapping people on the shoulder or saying hi, okay, getting recognized. You've got to be the one initiating, being assertive to get yourself out there, okay? This is not like opening up a store like a brick and mortar and hoping the people that walk by are going to come in. That's not the way it goes. It basically, you've got to go out and really say, hey, do you want to come in? Do you want to come over to my place? Do you want to come over to my personal page? Do you want to come over to my group? Okay? Some will, many won't. Some will, many won't. Okay? Remember, the way it works is you've got to invite a ton of people to get a few to say yes. All right? And that's how it works. Okay? Don't expect to just sit back and think that, you're going to be found. It doesn't work that way. And then the last mistake that I want to share today is that people changing strategies too quickly, okay? So saying that you start on Facebook, right? And then, oh, this isn't working that great. Let me go to LinkedIn. Oh, this isn't working so great. Let me go to Instagram. Oh, this isn't working so great. Let me go to Facebook. Jumping all around. Maybe you're only doing one social media platform at a time, but you are leaving the platform too early to see results. It's going to take you 90 to 120 days to 150 days to get your first sale on a platform, okay? But you need a plan in place that's going to move you from where you are now to actually promoting your programs and services, okay? You just don't open your doors and then promote your program services. You have no audience. You have no credibility. You have to build up your credibility online with your content. And that's how you do it. Going live, providing content, emailing people, talking to people in the DMs, getting to know people, getting to know people's problems, getting to know how you can help people. So there's a lot of groundwork that has to go on before you actually promote your coaching business. So that's what I have for you today. I'm just going to recap. If you're just jumping on, let's just go over them quickly. 5 big mistakes when you're just getting started. Okay, so I do not want you to do this. Too many platforms on social media, just master one. Okay, spending unnecessary money on software. Forget the website until you are well established. You do not need a website, okay? And basically, you'll see that, just a landing page is really all you need, okay? Trying to go it alone, trying to skimp and not pay money to get a coach. You need a coach. It'll save you money and time in the long run. Take it from me. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars trying to figure it out on my own, taking courses without getting a coach. And what has happened is you're just spinning out of control, okay? Because you're not getting the whole big pictures. You're getting bits and pieces here and there. Find a coach that can take you from where you are to where you want to be. Vet them. Interview them. Make sure that your dollars for coaching is being well spent, that you are definitely going to get what you came to get out of that relationship with the coach, okay? Number 4, thinking people are going to find you. No, they're not going to find you. You have to go out there and invite people over into your space. You have to invite people over into your Facebook space, your Instagram space, your Facebook group, whatever platform you decide to have. You need to start communicating with people and draw people into you. Be the leader that you are. People follow leaders, okay? And how does a leader lead? You are putting out information out there and moving people towards where they want to be, okay? You want to show that you're credible. Another thing you want to be doing. And the last mistake is that you're jumping from social media platform to social media platform instead of just mastering one. Don't change your strategies too quickly, okay? Stay focused on one strategy for the long haul. What do I mean by that? I'm meaning like 6 months. Master one area. Don't jump around every few weeks and try a different social media platform out or just email or whatever, okay? Stay with one, master it, promote yourself there, build up an audience, get your content out, promote, soft promote, okay? Don't do a big, huge workshop or something like that. Do something very simple to test your market out and see if you actually have something that people want, okay? Otherwise, you're spending tons of time and money doing something that people don't want, okay? All right, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.